Hello Digidestins, this is Kyle D, better known as Ridemyavatar, and today I'm bringing you another 5 deck profiles. Since we are now in the final days till pre-release, let's hope for the best. We got some more polls going on down on the YouTube, so definitely vote in the next deck you want to see in the 5 amazing decks. Again, it's very important, it lets the community get a voice in here. That is what I want you guys to feel. So guys, I want you guys to feel like you're at home with me. So guys, without further ado, let's dive into these amazing blue decks that we have for you today. So, let's go. So first off, of course, we had to go with AcientGarurumon, but this is no ordinary. First off, we play Digimon for it once per turn. If this Digimon becomes active during your main phase, this Digimon gets 1000 XP. But we also have once per turn, if this Digimon is a Garurumon or a Omnimon, it gets another 1000 EP. So again, being able to have our Mons go through our future stuff is very important and very useful. Next, we do have Gabumon for the fact is draw 1 when played. Again, he is a Gabumon in name, so it does really help out. We also have Vmon. For the fact of the matter is Vmon is for the when this Digimon becomes active during the main phase, draw a card. Again, having a little extra draw engine does not hurt one bit. Then we place Storabimon. So reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 hybrid from Digimon card and 1 blue tamer among them to your hand. Put the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck order. Being able to grab either a tamer or a hybrid really does help out this deck. Next, we do play our Gabumon, the new one. So reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Garurumon in its name and 1 card with Omnimon in its name from among them. Put them into your hand, place the remaining cards at the bottom order. Again, being able to grab an Omnimon or an AcientGarurumon is so important. Next, we do have Hexblaumon. So when digivolving this card from your hand from a blue tamer as a level 3 Digimon, being able to pay the cost and get that final poke in that you might need really does help out in the long run. Next, we do play the new Garurumon. So when digivolving into a Gabumon, its Digi-Evolution card, this gained you 1 memory. Being able to pay it for 1 while it's on the field, by the way. This evolution effect does not happen in the breeding zone, just a heads up. All turns while this Digimon is Garurumon or Omnimon in its name, plus 1000 EP. Being able to swing in without a worry in the world is super important. Next, we do play Hexblaumon. Hexblaumon is when digivolving this card, you may digivolve this Digimon into HexAlforce in your hand from a Digi-Evolution cost of 1, ignoring this card's Digi-Evolution requirements. If you do, at the end of the turn, delete this Digimon. Your turn, when this Digimon would become into AcientGarurumon, reduce the cost by 2. Really powerful skill when digivolving itself. Again, on the main phase, you have to digivolve over your Garurumon, Vmons, or Storabimons, or Gabumons. Again, being able to digivolve on top of them and then instantly go into your AcientGarurumon will help out in the long game. A lot of people aren't ready for this combo and it hurts them a lot. So, next we do play 2 Biowolfmon because again, Biowolfmon with jamming is really nice. Opponent's turn, while this Digimon has a hybrid form or blue tamer Digi-Evolution card, this Digimon cannot be attacked. I really like that effect. Not being able to attack it helps prevent your opponent from being able to crash into it. Really does help in the long run. Next, we play 3 Garurumon Sagittarius mode. So what's really nice about this card is it can digivolve on top of any level 5 that you want for a 1 cost, being able to help you if you brick, play down a level 5, digivolve on top of it. Congratulations, you're going to be able to swing in a couple extra times that you weren't supposed to. So while this Digimon has a Digi-Evolution card with Garurumon in its name, this Digimon gains jamming. I like the jamming. I think it's really useful. Again, being able to swing in, not worrying about your opponent's security besides options is so helpful. Next, we do have, while this Digimon has Garurumon or Omnimon in its name, gain 1000 EP. Kind of irrelevant as it can keep climbing itself up if you keep evolving. Next, we play this promo where Garurumon in it because when attacking, if this Digi evolution contains Garurumon, this Digimon can become active for free. Again, it's really weak, but it does help out in like Rookie Rush matchups and stuff like that. Again, being able to get an extra couple pokes really does go a mile. While attacking, its inheritable is once per turn, if this Digimon Digi-Evolution source contains a Garurumon, this Digimon becomes active. So really nice is that... Nope. That is a mix-up. Sorry about that. So let me reread this. They mixed this up. So while you have 8 or more cards in your hand, security +1. Again, this is where Garurumon having the ability to give us an extra security attack onto our Omnimons or our Ancient Garurumon is going to be nuts. And sorry about the mix-up on that. I know that's kind of bad for the first 5 minutes of the video, but who cares? Ancient Garurumon is when attacking once per turn, unsuspend 2 of your Digimon with names containing Garurumon or is a hybrid in its name. Since this whole deck is filled with hybrids and Garurumons, they're going to be restanding this. So on deletion, you may play 1 hybrid, level 4 or lower blue Digimon from your hand without paying its memory cost. I really do like having the ability to cheat in a card for next setup. It's just really nice. So next, let's go over. We do play 2 of the Omnimons because restanding and getting the extra swings are nasty, and then blowing out one of our opponent's Digimon because you might have a few copies of blockers on the board, completely wipe them out is really nice. Next we play 2 Vulcan's Hammer, aka Hammer Spark, gain a memory, and on security flip up, you gain 2 memory. Really nasty. Next we have Mega Digimon Fusion. The next time one of your Digimon would Digivolve into a level 6 to a level 7, this turn reduce the cost of that Digimon by 6. At the end of the turn, return that Digimon Digi-Evolution with this effect to the bottom of the owner's deck. What's really nice, here's a nice combo for you. You go Digivolve into Lobomon into Ancient Garurumon. Ancient Garurumon swings. It's more than likely going to survive. It restands itself. Use Mega Digi-Evolution Fusion. Digivolve on top of the Ancient Garurumon onto Omnimon. Omnimon swings, bounces back the pretty much Ancient Garurumon back to hand. So it's in your hand. He restands, swings again. Omnimon goes to the bottom of the deck first because you get to choose the order of what gets deleted, and that's how that works. So it's really nice to be able to make your opponent think that they don't have much else, and this can pretty much guarantee you to have another Ancient Garurumon in your hand. It's really nasty. Next, we do play 4 Davises because we want to hit our targets. Again, being able to reset our memory, but also reveal the top 3 of your deck, add 1 blue or green card from among them to your hand, put the rest at the bottom. That's all that matters. Next, we do play Nukoimi. So you may play 1 Agumon or Gabumon from your hand without paying its memory cost. Again, a free on play is not bad. While digivolving one of your Digimon into a card with the card name Greymon, Garurumon, or Omnimon in its name, you may suspend this tamer to reduce the memory cost by 1. Since Ancient Garurumon classifies as that, so when Lobomon digivolves into Ancient Garurumon, rest in the Komi, it becomes free evolution. So now it only takes 2 to make a Ancient Garurumon, and it only takes 2 memory to do the whole Omnimon with the fusion spell. So again, definitely pay attention to this. Next deck we do have is Imperial Hexblaumon. Imperial Hex, I'll call it. I like that kind of name. Don't you? Let me know what you would name this deck. I want to know what naming conventions you. So guys, name your decks down below what you would name your decks. But when attacking once per turn, if your opponent has a Digimon with no Digi-Evolution sources, draw a card. Next, we do have Bokomamon. So trash the Digi-Evolution card at the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon that are level 4 or less. So there's no evolutionary sources. Really nice because Hexablaumon punishes. Next, we have Elecmon, being Elecmon business. Again, 2 drop. What else are you gonna? Here is Blaukomamon. So once per turn, when you trash a Digi-Evolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon, gain 1 memory. Again, really nice to be able to gain memory and force our opponent into this weird backing that they don't like, because now you're gaining memory just for trashing their evolutions because your level 3 does it. Next, we do play the Garurumon that does the same thing. When a source is discarded, one of your opponent's Digimon, you gain a memory. Again, that's why you combo these off. If there's both on field, you get an extra 2 memory or more. Again, we also have Gomamon being Gomamon. Next, we have Garurumon being the 1-cost evolutions. We have Hexblaumon, so it's a blocker, and when attacking, lose 2 memory, but it's a 1-cost blocker for blue. Again, it's very important to have these. Again, cheap evolutions and doing stuff. We also play Grizzlymon as another great blocker because this deck does need a little time of setup, and Rookie Rush and other decks kind of just start speeding up. We want to have these blockers in there to help prevent damage, because again, we're going to be slowly removing their security stacks, slowly. Next, we do have Digimon. So when Digivolving, if you have a blue tamer, one of your blue Digimon becomes active. So again, we have 6 targets for that, and then we can make one of our big guys restand because of the is your turn. If this Digimon becomes active during your main phase, this Digimon gains jamming until turn. Again, really helps out for the Imperialhex play. Again, nothing more crazier. Then we have Digimon. So if this card name contains Imperialhex, this Digimon becomes active. So again, running it with a jamming. We're going to hopefully put in a bunch of pokes. Next, we play Imperialhex. So the fact of the matter, when Digivolving, trash 1 card from the bottom of all your opponent's evolutionary sources, starts getting scary really quickly. While your opponent has a Digimon with no Digi-Evolution cards, this Digimon gains security +1. Again, being able to pierce in and maybe restand with Imperialhex with its effects are really nice. So if this Digimon Digivolves in from a Imperialhex or Dinobemon, the cost of this Digi-Evolution, this card to Digivolve this Digimon is 2. Jamming, and when Digivolving, all your Digimon with jamming become active. Really nice skill, I'm not even gonna lie. Again, it's really powerful. Next, here is the first Hexblaumon deck we're going to talk about. So trashing the bottom 2 evolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon, then if your opponent has a Digimon with no Digi evolution cards, this Digimon gains jamming. And all turns, all your opponent's Digimon without a Digi evolution card cannot attack or block. Really important being able to wipe out their sources and just keep pulling away. They're going to have this wide little board. Again, constantly, if they Digivolve up twice, doesn't matter, you can trash 2 Digi-Evolution from one opponent's Digimon, drop it down. Again, they're constantly not able to keep up. Even if they do, having 1 source, the next time you're going to just rip it out, and then they just can't attack with it. So it's really devastating. Next, we do have Advanced, aka Blitz, with Omnimon. So when Digivolving Blitz, if this Digimon can attack your opponent if the memory gauge immediately passes to turn. So when Digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon, and all turns, if your opponent's effects would delete this Digimon, return it to its owner's hand or deck. You may prevent it from leaving play by trashing a level 6 Digimon card in its card's evolution to help prevent it from leaving the field. Again, really powerful skill, keeping it on board. Davis is in here for the memory reset, but also revealing to help us draw a filter to get combo pieces. Next, we do have Sora and Joe combo. This card is nuts. If your opponent has a Digimon with no Digi-Evolution card, gain 2 memory, especially if this card starts stacking. You can get 5 memory, play out, then drop this down when you have 1, and now it goes to your opponent when they have 3. And your turn. When one of your blue Digimon attacks, you may suspend this Digimon to trash the bottom 2 Digi-Evolution cards of Digimon. Again, you know, see where we're going with the Hexablau plays. That's where we're going, boys. Next, let's go over the Metal Garurumon or Garurumon build. This is just pretty much Turbo Omnimon Garurumon, which is really nice. It plays quite well. Next, we play the Tsurimon. So this Digimon contains Garurumon or Omnimon. It gets this one. Again, play anything in your tech that you want for that one of. Next, we play the Gabumon. Again, drawing 1 card because it is a Gabumon. This Gabumon is reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Garurumon in its name and 1 card with Omnimon from among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck. Really powerful skill. Again, being able to +2/+1 in any capacity is just really good. Gabumon is, when played, discard a Digi-Evolution card from the bottom of your opponent's Digimon. Again, being able to evolutionary sources is good, especially just when we have this Gabumon. So when attacking, discard one of your Digimon's level 5 evolutionary sources. Really nice skill. Again, that's why we only play it at 3. We don't want to overly commit to it. Next, we have Garurumon that is on play, unsuspend it. You know what Metal Garurumon combo is. It played it well in D1. Again, we're going to borrow it again. So Garurumon, when Digivolving this Digimon into Gabumon for evolution, gain memory. Again, being able to play this for 1 cost in your play zone. Nice. All turns, while the Digimon is Garurumon or Omnimon, plus 1,000. Next, we play Colomon, the 1 evolutionary blocker. Self-explanatory. I don't need to explain it. We have Garurumon in here. When attacking, if this Digimon contains a Garurumon, draw 1. Again, it is for its inheritable and being a 1-cost evolution. I mean, a 2-cost evolution is really. Next, we do play Sagittarius mode. So when this Digimon has a Digi-Evolution card with where Garurumon is named, it gains jamming. Being able to swing with jamming and clear out pieces from your opponent's security stack is really nice. All turns, while this Digimon is Garurumon or Omnimon is named, this Digimon gains 1,000 DP. Next, we do have where Garurumon, while this Digimon has your turn for its inheritable, is when you have 8 or more cards in your hand, security plus 1. But when attacking is once per turn, this Digimon evolution contains a Garurumon, this Digimon becomes active. Again, being able to become active on our opponent is just super. Next, here is the Garurumon from set 1. When attacking, play a level 4 or less Digimon from this Digimon's evolutionary sources as a separate Digimon without paying its play cost. What you're hoping for is getting the Garurumon with the on-play restand. Playing it, restand it after it swings. Again, congratulations, if it survives, you deal a lot of damage. Next, we have Garurumons for the option of Digiburst to return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to the hand. Placing an ultimate back in hand is just super important. Next, we do play Metal Garurumon. When Digivolving from set 5 is if this Digimon has a Digimon card with Garurumon its name in his Digi-Evolution cards, return one of your opponent's Digimon with on deletion to the bottom of their deck. Really nice to be able to remove cards that would be destroyed. I like that. Being able to counter purple in a way is really nice. Next, we do have Omnimon from the old set. Destroy one of your opponent's Digimon, all your opponent's Digimon with the same name as that Digimon, Kablooey. Next, when attacking, return 1 level 6 to your hand just to give you more resources to climb with. We do play the Advance / Blitz Omnimon, so if it passes turn, you swing in. It restands its unsuspended self, which is really nice to get in that other attack. Alternative opponent's effects would delete this Digimon. Return it to hand or deck. You may prevent it from leaving play by trashing a level 6 from Evolution Sword. Next, we do play Omnimon X Antibody. Your Digimon with Omnimon and its name into this card in your hand for 3 or cost, ignoring its Digi-Evolution requirements, because again, being able to Digivolve on top of an Omnimon, which you play multiple of, for 3 is really nice instead of paying this wonky 6. When attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon. Once your opponent's turn, when your opponent's Digimon attacks, trash 2 cards of this Digimon's Digi-Evolution attack. Really powerful skill, being able to remove cards, take care of issues, super powerful. We play 2 Vulcan Hammers, aka Hammer Spark, gain 1 memory, and security check, gain 2 memory. Next, we have Mega Digimon Fusion. The next time one of your Digimon digivolves into a level 6 to a level 7 this turn, reduce the cost of this Digimon by 6. At the end of turn, return that Digimon that digivolved with this effect to the bottom of its owner's deck. Really nice, being able to cheat in the Omnimon, then bounce it back with the restanding Omnimon, and then just keep it in your hand without losing your... Next, we have Davis, because Davis is still fantastic. Being able to set our memory to 3, and then revealing to plus us 1. It's just super good. Next, we have Nakomi. So you may play 1 Agumon Garurumon from your hand without paying its cost, but when digivolving one of your Digimon into a card from your hand that is a Greymon, Garurumon, or Omnimon in its name, you may suspend this tamer. Being able to free evolve is just super good, especially if we go into Sagittarius where Garurumon. It'll keep minusing its 1 cost on top of each other, so you get free card. So that's really nice. Mitigate that. Next here is HexAlforce. HexAlforce is really interesting deck in concept. It really is powerful. Being able to have a standing unit that can stand multiple times because you're subtracting resources or doing something your opponent doesn't want you to do. Again, multiple attacks, all force coming in just to be all force. And with Hexblaumon as a backer, your opponent is scared of this card. So Opamon is your opponent has a Digimon with no evolutionary draw a card. We're going to be doing that a lot, so it's really good to have. Next we have Garurumon, so trash the evolution of one of your opponents or less. Again, so Hexablau's live, or any of our other cards that feed off of that. Next we do play 2 Vmons because jamming Vmon's still nasty. Shikuyamon is here to prevent green or any blue shenanigans of Imperialhex or anything else. You can't reduce the memory cost, so again they have to pay the full. Next, Blockamon is in here for when you trash a card opponent's Digimon, gain a memory. We also play 2 Gomamon with the same effect to gain us a memory if we trash a card. Next we play Gabumon. For the fact of the matter is Gabumon 2 cost on play, so we want to fill our board a little bit. Next we have Gabumon, discard 1 evolutionary source from the bottom of your opponent's level 5 Digimon or lower, you know the drill. Nothing too fancy. Garurumon's in here for the 1 cost evolution. Next we have Imperialhex, so trash 2 cards from the bottom of your opponent's one of your Digimon when digivolving. So really nice to be able to pass the turn. They lose some evolutionary sources that gain them a lot of advantage. Next we have Coralgermon for the blocker. Again, another Grizzly combo of 6 Mons to do dirty. Next we have Aerovidramon to restand one of our Digimon because again we're gonna have the blue tamer out. And then your turn, if this Digimon becomes active during main phase, it gains jamming. So the first swing with all force will not have jamming, but the second one will. So again, and so on and so forth of how many attacks we do. Next, we do play Crystal Imperialhex, so trash 1 card Digi-Evolution from the bottom of all your opponent's Digimon. Again, wiping out a bunch really does help out. It's a block. While your opponent has a Digimon with no Digi-Evolution card, this Digimon gains security +1. Again, very powerful. Gaining extra security attacks is just nasty. Again, with where Garurumon sharing the same inheritable, really does help out getting that extra security poke. Next, we have Zudamon, so discard 2 evolutions from the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. Being able to do that for the 3 cost evolution is really nice. That's why we play it. 1 Shikuyamon, because Shikuyamon is really good to stop Rookie Rush, and all your opponent's Digimon without Digi-Evolution gets -1 security. Again, really powerful. All force, like I said, if one of your blue tamers becomes rested, this Digimon becomes active. And once per turn, if this Digimon becomes active during your main phase, gain 1 memory. Hexablaumon, when attacking, trash all the bottom 2 Digi-Evolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, if your opponent has a Digimon with no Digi-Evolution, this gains jamming. And then, all turns, all your opponent's Digimon without a Digi-Evolution can't attack or block. Being able to your opponent to just not be able to stop this is 1 Hammer Spark, just because Hammer Spark. Next, we do play the mat. So if you have 2 or less cards, it becomes 3. If you play a blue Digimon, by arresting this card, discard an evolution from one of your opponent's Digimon. Again, making it so we restand all force. That's about it. We play 1 Davis for the +1, but he doesn't help with the synergy of the deck, so we have to play 1. Next, we do play the Sora Joe. If your opponent has a Digimon with no Digi-Evolution, gain 2 memory, and when one of your opponent's blue Digimon attacks, you may suspend this tamer to trash 2 bottom. Again, all force will restand because of this effect. So again, we like to have multiple Sora Joes, especially again if we can get multiple of them, they can push our memory all the way up to like 10 on their own. Next, we do play. This is a pure Hexablaumon. I know you guys are going to say, why so many Hexablaumon? Well, it's such a good deck that it splashes so well with all our combo decks that we already been playing. So again, it's great to see them again. So first off, we do play the Upamon with the 4 Bakamon. So again, Upamon's for the draw. If they have no evolutionary sources, this gains power if they have no evolutionary. Gabumon's in here to be the when played draw card. Again, Bakumon and Gomamon are both in here for the same effect. When a Digimon source is discarded from one of your opponent's Digimon, gain +1 memory. Again, having multiples out can bring our memory up to crazy numbers. Next, we do have Garurumon. The Garurumon's a 1-cost evolution. We do also play Lobomon, so when digivolving from your hand, a blue tamer can be treated as a level 3 Digimon. Again, getting those sneaky 6 damage attack that you weren't supposed to have, now you do. Next, Corydramon is at 4, but we also play Pylodramon, so trash 2 Digimon Digi-Evolution cards from the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. Really nice being able to do that. Grizzlymon's in here for blocker and -2 memory. Next, we do have Pylodramon. So when digivolving, trash one of your opponent's Digimon from all their Digimon. So they lose 1 evolutionary sources when you do all their. While your opponent has a Digimon with no Digimon Digi-Evolution sources, this Digimon gets super +1. Again, being able to swing and beat the state. Next, Zudamon's in here for discard 2 Digi-Evolution sources from one of the bottom of your opponent's Digimon. Again, he's just there for the digivolving, a couple dozen mons. Hexblaumon, as we've already talked to multiple decks, trash the bottom 2 of your Digimon opponent's Digi-Evolution cards from one of their mons when attacking. If they have a mon with no Digi-Evolution cards, Digimon gains plus jamming. So really nice, and also all turns, all your opponent's Digimon without a Digimon can attack or block, being able to prevent them from playing the game. Next, we have Omnimon. So when digivolving, destroy one of your opponent's Digimon, and all Digimon with the same name of that Digimon, Kablooey. And then when attacking, return a level 6 Digimon from this card's Digi-Evolution sources to your hand to restand. Again, we're just trying to multi-attack. We also play the Advance/Blitz Omnimon. If it moves over to your opponent's side of the turn, it gets at least a swing in. Again, Blitz is really nice and very powerful skill. All turns, if an opponent's effects would delete this Digimon or turn it to a hand or deck, you may prevent it from leaving play by trashing a level 6. Again, really powerful. Joe Keto is if you discard the evolution source of an opponent's Digimon, rest this Digimon, gain 1 memory. Again, we like gaining memory. Sword Joe combo is here just because if your opponent has a Digimon with no Digi-Evolution cards, gain memory. Again, we don't need to rely heavily with memory setters, because again, we're just going to gain it so much off of Joe and Sora. So when one of your opponent's blue Digimon attacks, you may suspend this tamer to trash the bottom 2. Again, we also play Tsukumi Abiba. So when you digivolve, you may suspend this tamer to trigger 1. All turns, all level 3 Digimon when attacking lose 1 memory. Getting multiple bleeds out shuts down Rookie Rush so hard. Again, remember to like, comment, subscribe on this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the blue decks that we brought to you today. And remember, the community poll is up, and vote on your best deck. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!